Now the topic is line integral in the complex plane. The definition of line integral in complex plane is that the complex definite integrals are called the complex line integrals. The complex definite integrals are called the complex line integral. They are written as integral f of z into dz, the sign of integral and c. So where c is the contour. Where f of z is the integral over the curve c in complex plane is called the path of integration. C is also called the path of the integration. This curve c may also be represented in parametric form as f of z of t equal to x of t plus iota y of t. Now these are the basic properties of the line integral. This is the definition of line integral, and this is the basic property of the line integral number 1. First property, integral c k1 f1z plus k2 f2z into dz equal to k1 f1z into dz plus k2 integral c f2z into dz. Second property is integral z naught to z f of z into dz. This is minus integral z to z naught f of z into dz. If we interchange these limits, the sign will be negative. Second property, this is the second property. And third property is integral f of z dz equal to integral c1 f of z dz plus integral c2 f of z into dz. We can break this integral c into two parts, c1 and c2. This is a curve, c stands for the curve. So we break this curve into two parts. First part is c1 and second part is c2. And number 4, integral z naught to z naught f of z dz, this becomes 0. If upper lower limits are same, the value of integral is 0. And number 5 property, integral a to b f of z dz equal to f of b minus f of a. This is small f of z and this is capital F. This is small f and this is capital F. So f of z equal to f dash z. So the integral of this become f of b minus f of a. Now we give the example of 1. Integral 0 to 1 plus iota z square dz is a simple example. Integral of z square is z cube by 3. Between the limits 0 to 1 plus iota, we put upper limit here in the place of z, we put 1 plus iota, minus lower limit here we put 0. This becomes 0 cube over 3. We can write this cube as 1 plus iota square into 1 plus iota, expand its square. Iota square is minus 1, so they will cancel, and after simplification this becomes 2 iota into 1 plus iota over 3. We multiply iota square and iota. After simplification, this becomes 2 iota plus 2 over 3, and this is minus 2 by 3 plus 3 by 2 by 3 iota. This is the value of this integral. This is simple integration. Now example number 2, integral minus pi iota to pi iota cos of z into dz. The integral of cos is sin z between the limits minus pi iota into to pi iota. So putting the values z equal to pi iota minus sin z into minus pi iota, minus into minus become plus, and this become 2 sin pi iota, and by the formula sin pi iota equal to iota sin hyperbolic pi by using the formula. This is the value of question number 3. Integral 8 plus pi iota to 8 minus 3 pi iota e raised to the z by 2 into dz. So by simple integration, the integral of e to the z by 2, this is equal to e to the z by 2 over 1 by 2. We can write 2 as in this place. By putting the limits, upper limit first we put z in place of z 8 minus 3 pi iota, and then minus we put in the place of z 8 plus pi iota. After simplification, it will become this form 2 into e to the 4 minus 3 by 2 pi iota minus e to the 4 plus pi by 2 iota, because minus 3 by 2 pi equal to pi by 2. So here we write in place of minus 3 by 2 pi as pi by 2. They will cancel and we get the result 0. Example 4, integral minus iota to iota dz over z. So simple integral, this is log z. We put here log of iota minus log of minus iota. We use this formula, log x plus iota y equal to log of under root x square plus y square plus iota to inverse y over x. So we can write iota as 0 plus 1 into iota, and here minus iota 0 plus minus 1 into iota. By using this formula, here x is 0 and y is 1, here x is 0 and y is minus 1. By using this formula, we get this result. So this will become natural log of 1, iota to inverse 1 by 0 is infinity, and also this become log 1 plus iota inverse minus infinity. Natural log of 1 is 0 and tan inverse infinity is pi by 2. Here natural log of 1 is 0 and iota, this become minus pi by 2. Minus into minus become plus, and after simplification it will become pi iota. Now if C be the piecewise smooth path represented by z equal to z of t, where t lies in between a to b f of z be a continuous function, then integral f of z dz equal to integral a to b f of z of t into z dot of t into dt. Before this, the questions were the simple integration. Now, if we cannot find the simple integration, we can use this formula to integrate the complex functions when the function is z equal to in the form of z of t, and this is the limit of t from a to b. Derivative of z with respect to t can be written as z dot dz equal to z dot into dt. This is the formula when we integrate the complex functions, and we can easily find the integral when the equations are given in the parametric form. Evaluate the integral r is z mean real part of z into dz, where c is shortest path from 0 to 1 plus iota, and this is not the simple form. So we put z equal to x plus iota y. The function is real of z and z is x plus iota y. Its real part is x, so we write it as real of z equal to x. So we use the parametric form z of t equal to x of t plus iota y of t. So because we have the real part, so x of t equal to x. X of t equal to x. We have no imaginary part. We have real part x, so we write here x of t equal to x. We have to find the integral from 0 to 1 plus iota. Given that the integral is from 0 to 1 plus iota. We have to find the integral from 0 to 1 plus iota, so z of t equal to t plus t iota. This function satisfies the given values, this 0 to 1 plus iota. So derivative of z of t, 1 plus 1 into iota become iota. Applying the function, when function is applied, we get the real part. So its real part is t. So we write f of z of t equal to t. This is z dot of t. This is 1 plus iota. And this is the basic formula. When the function is given in the parametric form, integral f of z equal to 0 to 1 f of z of t z dot t into dt. The value of f of z of t is t. So here we put the value of t, and here we put z dot t equal to 1 plus iota. So this become t into 1 plus iota into dt. Now integral real of z into dz from 0 to 1, because we are integrating over the real part. So it become the real parts are from 0 to 1, t into 1 plus iota into dt. Taking 1 plus iota outside the integral because this is constant. From 0 to 1, t into dt, it becomes t square by 2. This integral becomes t square by 2, and by putting the upper and lower integral, it becomes 1 plus iota 1 by 2 minus 0, and this is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 iota. Now question number 2. Evaluate the integral c e to the 2z dz, the shortest path from pi iota to 2 pi iota. Yeah, this integral c e to z dz, the limits are pi iota to 2 pi iota, and the function is e to z. This integral is e to z over 2. We can write this form. Now applying the limits, we put the value of z, that is 2 pi iota, and here we put the value of z equal to again 2 pi iota. This becomes 4 pi iota, and this is 2 pi iota, because 4 pi iota is again 2 pi iota. So because they are equal values, so they will cancel. We get the result 0. Now question number 3. Evaluate cos hyperbolic 4z dz, c be any pole from minus pi by 8 iota to 8 pi by 8 iota. Minus pi by 8 iota to pi by 8 iota. Integral c cos hyperbolic 4z into dz by applying the limits. The integral of cos hyperbolic 4z equal to sin hyperbolic 4z over 4, derivative of 4z over 4. Now we apply the upper and lower limit. In place of z we put pi by 8 iota here. Here we put upper limit pi by 8 iota, and also here we put again the lower limit minus pi by 8 iota. This becomes minus sin 4 hyperbolic minus 8 pi by 8 iota. This is 1 by 4 sin hyperbolic pi by 8, and 4 they will cancel. It will become pi by 2 iota, and this also become sin hyperbolic pi by 2 iota. Now sin hyperbolic pi by 2 iota become iota sin pi by 2, and this also becomes iota sin pi by 2. The value of sin pi by 2 is 1, so it becomes 2 iota by 4 is pi by 2. Now we start the question 4. Evaluate the integral c secant square z dz, where c is any pole from pi by 4 to pi by 4 iota. So we take here the limits pi by 4 to pi by 4 iota secant square z. The integral of secant square z is tan z. Now applying the upper limit and lower limit, here we put z equal to pi by 4 iota, it becomes tan pi by 4 iota, and it becomes minus tan pi by 4. Tan pi by 4 iota, it becomes iota tan hyperbolic pi by 4, and tan pi by 4 equal to 1. So this becomes minus 1 plus iota tan hyperbolic pi by 4. Now question 5. Integral z into e z square over 2 dz, where c with the pole from iota along the axis to 1, where the limits are from iota to 1. Again we solve it by substitution method. We let t equal to z square by 2. The lower limit was z equal to iota, so here we put z equal to iota. T become iota square by 2, and iota square is minus 1, so t become minus 1 by 2. So add z equal to iota, t equal to minus 1 by 2. Now dt is, its derivative is 2z into dz, 2 will cancel, so dt equal to z into dz. Now add z equal to 1, here we put z equal to 1. So we get t equal to 1 square by that is 1 by 2, t equal to 1 by 2. So add z equal to iota, t minus 1 by 2, and add z equal to 1, t equal to 1 by 2, here minus 1 by 2, and it's 1 by 2. So in this integral, after substitution, add iota, the limit is minus 1 by 2. Add iota, t equal to minus 1 by 2. So in place of iota, we put this value minus 1 by 2. Add 1, At z equal to 1, this become 1 by 2, and in place of z into dz, this is dt, and in place of z square by 2, we get as a t here. Z square by 2 is t, so here we put t, and z into dz is dt. Integral of et is et between the limits 1 by 2 to minus 1 by 2, applying the upper limit minus lower limit. Taking 2 as common, we multiply here and divide by 2. Multiplying and dividing by 2. So this value become 2 sine hyperbolic. This is the formula. Sine hyperbolic 1 by 2, and this become 2 sine hyperbolic 1 by 2. This is the answer.